Alam mo ba kung anong klase ng pension benefits ang meron ka sa trabaho mo? Maraming Pilipino dito sa Canada ang may pension plan sa trabaho pero hindi naiintindihan kung paano ito gumagana. In this video, I'll explain the two most common types of employer pension plans here in Canada, which are the defined contribution pension plan at ang defined benefit pension plan. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sheila and I'm here to make personal finance simple and easy to understand para mas marami pa sa ating mga kababayan ang maging financially educated dito sa Canada. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. And now, let's get right into it. Okay, so pag-usapan muna natin itong defined contribution pension plan. Sa madaling salita, ang ibig sabihin ng defined contribution ay alam na kung magkano ang amount na papasok sa plano na ito, meaning the amount going into the plan are defined. Your employer defines their contributions. Halimbawa, ang average contribution ng employer sa plan na ito ay between 3 to 6% ng salary mo na hinuhulog nila every paycheck. Minsan kailangan mong mag-match, minsan hindi naman. Meron tayong iba't ibang structures depende sa company na pinagtatrabahuhan mo. Merong mga company na nagbibigay ng full matching. For example, 5% from you and 5% from your employer. Yung iba naman, there's no matching required. Employer contributes kahit wala kang ambag. At meron naman na tinatawag na tiered matching na based on your years of service. Ibig sabihin, mas tumatagal ka sa trabaho, mas lumalaki ang contributions ng employer mo. So iba-iba talaga, 'di ba? Kaya dapat alam mo ang structure ng sarili mong pension plan para na ma-max out mo yung contributions mo and yung matching na makukuha mo. Again, in defined contribution pension plan, your employer is defining their contributions to your retirement, but that's about it. The plan doesn't promise any guaranteed monthly pension for life. And it's also not your employer's responsibility sa ganitong plano na pag-isipan o magdesisyon kung saan i-invest yung pera mo sa pension plan mo na to. They usually leave that decision up to you. Kadalasan, meron silang mga partner na insurance companies na bibigyan ka ng choices kung saan mo gustong i-invest yung pension mo. Merong conservative, may balance, may aggressive, depende sa risk tolerance mo. So make sure to check where your pension is invested para ma-maximize mo yung potential ng pera mo, especially na pang long term ang goal mo sa pera mo dito. So ang kalalabasan ng pension mo in the future dito sa defined contribution plan pag retired ka na ay depende sa dalawang bagay. Una, depende ito kung magkano ang hinulog mo at ng employer mo sa plan na ito habang nagtatrabaho ka pa. At ang pangalawa naman ay kung paano nag-perform yung investment mo habang naka-invest dito sa plano na ito. And sabi ko nga, since long-term naman ito, sana hindi nakalagay sa sobrang conservative na funds yung pension mo dito. Kasi sayang yung time na pwede sanang lumago yung pension mo in the future. So make sure to go to your statement and check kung saan naka-invest yung pera mo. Ngayon, pagdating ng retirement, may dalawang usual na options ka sa plano na ito. Una, pwede mong gamitin yung value ng pension mo para bumili ng annuity. Ang annuity is parang ibibigay mo lahat ng pension money mo sa insurance company. Tapos sila ang magbabayad sa iyo buwan-buwan habang buhay. So parang magkakaroon ka ng guaranteed income for life or pwede na bang for a set period of time lang yung annuity mo. At ang pangalawang option mo naman na mas madalas pinipili ng karamihan ay i-convert yung pension account mo into something called LIRA or locked-in retirement account. So para siyang RRSP pero locked in. Pero ikaw pa rin ang nagmamanage kung paano mo gustong i-invest yung pera mo dito at pwede mo rin siyang i-convert in the future to a LIF or Life Income Fund for income during retirement. So the next type of pension plan naman that we have here in Canada is the defined benefit pension plan. Kung kanina pinag-usapan natin yung defined contribution pension plan na ikaw bahala mag-manage ng investment mo, dito naman sa defined benefit pension plan, ang employer mo mismo ang nagpa-promise sa'yo kung magkano ang monthly pension na makukuha mo for life pag retired ka na. And yung pension amount mo dito sa defined benefit pension plan ay base sa ilang factors katulad ng ilang taon kang nagtrabaho, magkano ang sahod mo, at kung kailan ka magre-retire. The key feature in this type of plan is the guaranteed income for life na wala sa defined contribution pension plan. So as the name implies, it defines the benefit you will receive from the plan. Unlike defined contribution pension plan, dito sa defined benefit, hindi mo na kailangan mag-manage ng investments. Your employer or plan administrator na ang bahala kung saan ilalagay ang pera mo. Pero just keep in mind na hindi lahat ng defined benefit pension plans ay created equal. Ibig sabihin, hindi lahat ng defined benefit pension plan ay solid na plan. So there have been situations here in Canada where companies or pension plans ran into trouble and couldn't fully commit to their promises. Some private companies here in Canada have experienced pension issues dahil sa mga nangyari sa kumpanya nila, kagaya ng Nortel, Sears, and Stelco. Sa ilang private companies din, merong risk of underfunding or no indexing. Ibig sabihin, merong mga defined benefit pension plan dito na hindi tumataas yung benefit nila according sa inflation. So, public sector pension plans are generally more secure and often index for inflation. Pero syempre, just keep in mind lang na just like so many things in life, what's guaranteed is only guaranteed until it is not. And I think we can all learn from what happened sa government pension system ng Greece between 2009 and 2015. So dahil sa nangyari niyang mga taon na yan, binawasan ang monthly pension amounts ng mga retirees. Tinaasan ang retirement age at tinanggal ang automatic indexing or COLA, meaning cost of living adjustment, because of the national debt crisis. Kaya importante pa rin na maging informed ka kasi kahit guaranteed ang pension plan mo dito sa defined benefit pension plan, hindi ibig sabihin na 100% walang risk. Kung masyadong mabigat ang promises ng gobyerno mo, posibleng magkaroon ng adjustment in the future. Again, there's always a possibility kahit wala pa tayong ganyan na nangyayari sa history ng Canada. And hopefully, nothing like this happened in the Canadian history, but really no one knows, right? Pero for now, if you have a defined benefit plan and you work at a public sector or backed by the government ang company mo, then I'd say you have a pretty good plan. Ngayon, kung aalis ka sa trabaho mo or gusto mong kuhanin ng buo yung value ng pension plan mo, pwede mo siyang kuhanin as a lump sum. Ang tawag doon, commuted value. Ibig sabihin, instead of receiving a monthly pension for life, you can get a one-time lump sum based on the present value of your future pension payments. Meaning yung amount na makukuha mo ay hindi lang basta yan sa total ng mga hinulog mo at hinulog ng employer mo sa plano na ito. Mas malaki ang commuted value kasi kasama na dyan ang value ng future pensions mo. Kung gusto mong kuhanin yung commuted value o lump sum ng pension mo, then the process will look like this. The commuted value is usually split as follows. So, merong portion na pupunta sa lira mo or sa locked-in retirement account. Ngayon, kung meron ka namang RRSP room, another portion can be transferred to your RRSP tax-free. And then, the excess is paid to you in cash. Pero itong cash na to is fully taxable. So kung gagawin mo to, make sure na mag-roll over ka ng pera sa RRSP mo para ma-offset ng contribution mo yung additional income na makukuha mo for that year. Because otherwise, you could get hit with a high tax bill. Pero tandaan mo lang na once you take the commuted value of your pension, wala ka ng guaranteed monthly income for life. Ikaw na rin ang may responsibility kung paano mo i-invest at palalaguin yung pera mo for retirement. Kaya bago mo gawin ito, isipin mo muna, gaano ka ba ka-comfortable sa risk? Stable ba ang employer mo or may indexing ba ang plano mo? And ano ba ang long-term goals mo para sa pera mo? Usually, kailangan mong mag-decide kung kukunin mo na ang commuted value ng pension mo bago ka mag-55 years old. After this age, locked in na siya, hindi mo na pwedeng makuha ang lump sum ng pension mo. Ang default mo after 55 years old is magkaroon ng guaranteed income for life. Pag-usapan naman natin ang iba't ibang payout options sa defined benefit pension plan. Meron tayong tinatawag na single life, joint life, and guarantee periods. So when you stay in a defined benefit pension plan, you'll have payout options nga na single life and joint life. So pag-usapan muna natin yung single life. In this payout, mas malaki yung makukuha mong monthly pension pero yung pension mo stops when you pass away. Depende kung gaano katagal yung guaranteed period. So pag-usapan muna natin yung guaranteed period para malinaw. Pag nag-retire ka at nagsimula ka ng tumanggap ng monthly pension mo from a defined benefit pension plan, bibigyan ka ng option ng employer mo na pumili ng guaranteed period. Ang common dito is 5, 10, or 15 years. So, the longer the guaranteed period na pipiliin mo, the smaller the monthly payout for you. Ang ibig sabihin ng guaranteed period ay kung may mangyari sa'yo at namatay ka bago matapos ang guaranteed period, tuloy pa rin ang monthly pension payments sa beneficiary mo hanggang sa matapos ang guaranteed period na pinili mo. So, bigyan natin ng example, no? For example, pumili ka ng single life payout na may 10-year guarantee at nawala ka on the 7th year ng pension mo, tuloy-tuloy pa rin na babayaran ng plan ang monthly income ng beneficiary mo sa loob ng natitirang 3 taon. After that, titigil na ang pension payment kasi 10 years lang ang guarantee mo. Kung nawala ka naman after ng 10 years guaranteed period, wala nang payment na makukuha ang beneficiaries mo. So meaning, if life is short, parang mas maliit yung makukuha mong total amount pati ng family mo compared sa total value ng pension mo. Ang susunod na payout naman is yung joint life. Sa joint life naman, the pension continues for your spouse's lifetime after your death. Pero if life is short for your spouse and let's say namatay din yung asawa mo after the guaranteed period, which is in our last example, 10 years, then the pension will stop and the remaining money in your pension will not go to your kids. So i-breakdown lang natin, no, para mas maintindihan nyo with pros and cons of staying with the monthly pension or the defined benefit payout versus taking the whole value of your pension as a commuted value. So if you want to stay with the monthly pension or the defined benefit payout, ang mga pros niyan is number 1, meron kang guaranteed monthly income for life. No need ka na rin mag-manage ng investment mo and syempre dahil may guaranteed income ka for life and it actually brings peace of mind for many retirees, especially if life is long. Ang cons naman ay mas maliit ang flexibility. Ibig sabihin, you will only get the monthly income. Hindi ka pwedeng kumuha ng mas malalaking lump sum kapag kailangan mo. Limited or no inheritance din, lalo na kung single life payout ang pipiliin mo. And if you pass away early sa single life or your spouse pass away early sa joint life, hindi na mapupunta sa pamilya mo or sa assigned beneficiaries mo yung remaining value ng pension mo. Now, pag-usapan naman natin if you take the commuted value, ano ba yung mga pros and cons nito? Syempre, pros is you will have a full control sa pera mo kung paano mo siya gustong i-invest. Kung gusto mo siyang i-invest sa stock, sa mutual funds, sa real estate, or maybe sa business. Another pros is kung may matira sa account mo at the time of death, mapupunta yan lahat sa family mo o sa assigned beneficiaries mo. Walang limit katulad ng sa pension. You can also take out more money if you need to, depende kung saan mo ilalagay yung pera mo. And meron din siyang tax planning flexibility. Ang mga cons naman ay syempre wala ka ng guaranteed monthly income for life. Ikaw na din ang may full responsibility sa investment risk. At syempre, kailangan mo rin ng disiplina kasi hawak mo na lahat ng pera mo upfront. And you can lose money in taxes if you don't have any tax strategy. So kung pipiliin mong kuhanin itong commuted value ng pension mo, meron talaga tong mga kaakibat na risk pero ikaw ang may control sa buong pera mo. At kung may matirang pera sa panahong mawala ka, maaari mo itong ipamana sa pamilya mo, sa asawa mo, sa mga anak mo, sa pamangkin mo, or sa kahit sino mong i-assign na beneficiary. Kung may maayos kang plano at tamang investment guidance, posible mo rin itong mas mapalago over time. Samantalang kung iiwan mo ito sa employer, Mas simple ang proseso at may kasamang guaranteed monthly income for life. Pero sa ganitong setup, kung maaga kang mawala at tapos na ang guaranteed period ng pension plan mo, maaaring walang matirang pension na maipasa sa mga beneficiaries mo. Kaya tandaan mo, hindi lahat ng pension pare-pareho at lalong hindi pare-pareho ang sitwasyon at goals ng bawat tao. Kaya dapat alam mo kung anong klaseng plan ang meron ka. Because when it comes to your retirement and your legacy, informed decisions make all the difference. Pensions are a powerful tool for retirement, but only if you truly understand them. If you have questions about your plan or want to learn more about pension plans, feel free to reach out to me on Facebook or any of my social media platforms. My mission is to help fellow Filipinos here in Canada make smart, confident financial decisions. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Magkita-kita tayo sa susunod na episode ng She Loves Finance.